Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another live show. We are back with the match preview, the first one of the season. It is the opening game tomorrow, tea time, as we travel to the Western Home Stadium to take on Peterborough United in the opening game. The EFL is back and we're really excited for it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy these preview shows over the course of the season. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts in the chat as we go along as well. How are you feeling ahead of this one? Obviously, you know, the EFL is officially kicking off this evening. but our turn is tomorrow, of course. So it's going to be interesting to see how we start the season, and hopefully, for all those fans, including myself, that'll be going tomorrow. There will be a little bit of a vlog type of video tomorrow, guys. So hopefully I can come up with something really good. It's been a while since I did a vlog, so yeah, no, it's going to be good. But yeah, welcome in. I hope you all have a good week, and we're ready here to discuss this game against Peterborough. So yeah, let's get stuck into them without further ado. So yeah, look, Peterborough then. So we do look at the opposition first, guys, and obviously it's going to be a tough opening game for us, I think. Obviously Peterborough are a very good side, especially in the attacking line, and they've got some quality across the whole attacking the front line, to be honest with you. Obviously it's a side that is managed by Darren Ferguson, who's in his fourth spell with Peterborough. They finished fourth in League One last season. They clinched a playoff spot, but obviously they lost in the semi-finals to eventual winners Oxford United. Obviously with the Ferguson side, it's very typical, that the very attack-minded side, high scoring as well. Last season, managing 89 goals was just unbelievable. The best attacking record in the division. But their downfall is that they had the second worst defensive record in the top half, 61 goals conceded. So, look, they've got a lot of goals in them, but defensively, I don't know if they've haven't really been looking. I don't really know if they've maybe improved the defence since last season. But yeah, the defence is a bit shaky and there to be got at. So let's see if we can put them under pressure tomorrow and see how they cope with that. And hopefully we will be able to get a few goals to bring back the 3 points. But yeah, look, like I said, their attack kind of spread across the attack, really, the threat. And now they've got wingers such as Mason Clark and Poku, who netted 25 goals between them last season. And then the strikers of Ricky Jake Jones and Johnson Clark Harrison shared 19. Now, also, they've got attacking midfielders, like sort of Joel Randall, who chipped in with another 10 goals from last season. They had a guy who created a lot of assists, one of the top assisters in the division, in left wing back Harrison Burrows, who had 15 assists. But he's departed for Sheffield United this summer, though, so there we are. So at least we don't have to come up against him. There's also a few familiar faces in the Peterborough squad as well. Obviously, if you remember, Town Academy keeper Nicholas Bilakapic is there. Obviously, of course, he did move permanently there, didn't he? They've also got Critchlow, who obviously he didn't make an impact in the first team, but obviously was one of our academy players that's played a lot of academy football. And Jed Steer, former goalkeeper for Town as well. So yeah, look, I expect them to. They are the home side, so I do expect them to come out and try and, well, they'll just play like they usually do, on the front foot, and they'll But we've got to be very wary of the players in the attacking half, because they've got loads of threats, and we're going to have to try and keep them as quiet as we can, and not give them any easy chances. And defensively, we're going to have to be on it. No question about that. Defensively, it remains to be seen. Like I said, I don't know if they've improved their defence since last season. I think they should really have been doing. The fact that they conceded so many. Yeah, the defense. Let's get at their defense and see what they're made of as well. So, but yeah, that's what I kind of expect from Peterborough, guys. And if we look at their predicted 11 that is apparently meant to be starting. So Jed Steele will start in goal for them. They've got Curtis, Fernandez, Wallen, Sparks, Collins, Kiprianu, who is a very good player as well. And I think he's a midfielder, isn't he? I think he's a very good player. Rings the bell, that name. Ajiboy, Randall, Poku, and Jones. So, yeah, look, that's their predicted 11. And I do expect them to be a very tough outfit for us. Now, if we move on to our kind of perspective then now, because I've kind of covered Peterborough. Look, we have got better throughout pre-season, but in terms of conceding less, not conceding very little. But I think for me, we just have to keep playing how we've been playing. Keep tight at the back though, like we have been doing, and I think that'll give us a fantastic chance. Just continue to do what we've been doing in pre-season. Really, I want to see the same. I'm sure it will be the same. So let's see what we made of. Now I am going to get into the quotes from the press conference, which was obviously yesterday. So yeah, I'll get quite a few quotes up and kind of react to these as well. But guys, if you haven't already, just a reminder, you can join the EFL Fantasy Football League that I have created. The code is on the screen there, or you can join via the link in the description of this video. So if you want to get involved, you're more than welcome to. We've got quite a number of people in there now, so that's good. But yeah, any fans are welcome on to the league, and we will update you guys every week about who is in the top positions and who is not doing so well. We just go through the table every week as well. So yeah, but yeah, let's get into our perspective then. Not that one. I've clicked on something that I didn't mean to. Now let's have a look at Hoggy. Hoggy was obviously the player that spoke to the media from the players' side, and I thought it was just a fantastic press conference, to be honest with you, both players and manager alike. I think it was just fantastic, wasn't it? It was a fantastic press conference. Now, Hogg obviously started by saying it feels like the club has gone alive again, if I'm being honest, which obviously, yeah, I think we all feel like that, don't we? I think we all feel like, the club just feels like there's a lot more positivity. We feel a lot more alive again. It's just a restart. And yeah, so Hoggy just starting off with that there. It goes on to say it does feel a lot different. The new manager has come in and made it clear what he wants and the standards he has set. He said everyone on board, come on board again. If you're not on board, then you won't be part of the squad. So yeah, look, the players have been given what's happening. They've been given the standards that need to be set here, and clear of what's expected of them. And if they don't want to be a part, if they don't want to come on board with that, then they're not part of the squad. Which, to be honest with you, I've seen all the players buy into what Michael Duff's trying to do in pre-season, so I think there's no issues there with that anyway. Now, this quote was quite an interesting quote, because he mentioned that we know how divided that dressing room has been over the past few seasons, don't we? It has been a very, very difficult dressing room, and the fact that Hoggy has obviously said that this feels like the closest dressing room we've had for 5 or 6 years. He thinks so. That is really pleasing to hear, especially with the dressing room and rest. Like I say, Hogg said, past 5, 6 years. So yeah, it's been going on a long time, this difficult dressing room situation. So it's nice for that change in the dressing room is only going to bode well on the pitch, we hope. So yeah. Now obviously say about the promotion side of things, obviously the expectations as well. He said we were going to give it all our best shot. Everyone's in the same boat, and we all want the same thing, which is promotion again. Hogg said we know it's going to be a tough season for us, but all the other teams are in it too, and we know we've got to step up. So yeah, absolutely. We'll be up there. We're one of the favourites, and we need to make sure we don't let ourselves down. Yeah, I mean, look, I think Hogg's just speaking facts, isn't he, to be honest with you? He really is. And I think that is for all to see. Checking, I don't know if the comments are working tonight, guys. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah. I'd like to get your thoughts on, guys, if you do want to get involved in the discussion. I was just testing the chat, so I didn't know if we were having a few issues there. Anyway, so where was I? Right. So, yeah, so Hogg is speaking still here, so quite a few more. Yeah, he also we're going to go full throttle, try and get wins on the board early and get on top of the table, and let's keep going. Yeah, I mean, look, I've already said that, we need to start well. We need to start the season well, because I just think it really sets the foundations. Yes, okay, it's a long season, so it doesn't matter, if you win your opening game 5-0 or 4 or whatever, right? It's a long season. We know this, and but I think for us, because of the horrible scenes we've had to endure, and especially horrible into last season, I think it's important that we get off to a good start for confidence. So, hello, Jordan. How are you, bro? How are you? Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for dropping in. Make sure to drop a like on the video, guys, if you can. And subscribe, share the channel as well. We're trying to get to 600, guys. 600 subscribers. We're 10 away. So can we get there? And Aiden's in. He said, hi, mate. Okay, yeah, big up to you, Aiden. Hello there. Welcome on in. I'm doing all right. Thank you. And good to see you in the chat as always. Now, we're just going to go on the final quote here. Look, Hoggy expressed his excitement for the season. He said he's buzzing for it. He can't wait. It's been 6 or 7 weeks of hard work. And now the time has really come. And now the time has come, really, the next couple of days. It's going to be off and running. The lads are really excited for it. We put the hard yards in. And now we're just ready for the season to start. So, look, the excitement's brewing amongst the camp. Hoggy's obviously said he's excited too. And, yeah, no, we're all ready for it to start now, aren't we? And, yeah, we're not too far away now. This time tomorrow, it will be approaching half-time in our game. So, yeah. Now, I have got loads of quotes from the Michael Duff Michael Duff section now as well. So we will get into that. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, if you wish to. Now, I don't know if that's how he started. I don't think that's how he started. I need to just... I think I've muddled this up, actually, guys, to be honest with you. Unless it is, maybe it is the way it starts. No, I think this was the way, the opening quotes. Now, I'm not going to go through all this, guys, but we are going to kind of just cover a few, because I love the press conference so much. I feel obliged to go through it all, but there's loads of quotes here for you guys. But and I'm sure we've obviously all listened and things. But yeah, let's say a few of those in the chat as well before we get into that. Make sure you smash the likes, run the subscribe. Yeah, big up to you, Aiden. Thank you very much. And the new season is upon us. It is indeed. It is indeed, and it feels like Christmas Eve when you're a kid. Yeah, but yeah, it's very exciting, of course. Hello, Chris. Big up, mate. He says, hope you well. You looking forward to see? Yeah, no, I think I am excited. I'm looking forward to it, and I just want the season to start now. So yeah, I am. But yeah, big up to you, Chris. I haven't seen you for a while, actually. It's good to have you back on the channel. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're looking forward to the season too. He says Michael Duff is a great man. He did great jobs at Cheltenham Bowser. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's proven at this level I like his philosophy, his tactics. I like the way he deploys his sides. I think I've just been really impressed with what I've seen so far from Duff over pre-season with the club. Yes, there's things to work on, we recognise that, but I just think the way we play like, on the front foot, it's very attacking, and it's great to watch. So, he's done great. He's very experienced. At least he knows how to get out of this division, that's for sure. Hello, mate. Excited for the new season. Let's start with a win at the town. Michael does bang out. Yeah, big up to you, Joseph. Hello there, and thank you for tuning in. And look, we're all excited here, aren't we? We're all excited. And let's hope we can get a win. Let's hope we can get a win to start with. Only feels like 5 minutes ago since it was the Euros. Yeah, I mean, it does, doesn't it, really? Yeah, I mean, the Euros were fabulous, weren't they? Absolutely brilliant. Not for England, of course, but it was a good tournament overall, I think. I enjoyed it. But yeah. Justin, evening, Ryan. I hope you're having a great day and hope you're okay. Yeah, big up to you, Joshua. Evening to you. And yes, not so bad. And hope all is well with you too. Now, let's have a look at the quotes, guys. Michael Duff obviously speaking to the media yesterday. Now, he obviously said, he was asked about, I think he was asked about, is he ready to start the season and things, but obviously he said, you always want more time to prep and plan, but ultimately we're really excited to get going now, and the real work starts now. I think pre-season's been pretty good in terms of getting the group together. We'd still like a couple more bodies in the building, but you never get everything you want for the start of the season, and we've still got 3 weeks to go in the transfer window. But I've been really happy with the application of the staff and the players, and then being open to a new voice and new ideas. Yeah, I mean, look, absolutely. I mean, look, we've made a signing today, guys. We will get into it. I've done a video on it. If you haven't watched it, go and check it out. I have kind of shared my thoughts in full, but we'll touch upon it towards the end of the show. But of course, Callum Marshall has joined from West Ham United on a season-long loan. The youngster who is ready to step up to men's football now, well and truly, and prove what he's about. So hopefully he can do that with us, and hopefully he's a good, a striker that can get a number of goals for us. But I like the way he speaks as well. I like what he said when these quotes he's made as well. I just joined the Fantasy EFL League, by the way. Yeah, big up to you. Yeah, welcome in. And Chris, if you have got your EFL Fantasy football, if you've done the EFL Fantasy League team, I have got a league. The link is in the description of this video and the code. But yeah, big up to you, Josh, for joining. Appreciate that. But yeah, guys, the code for the EFL fan is here. Look. If you want to join the league that we've created for the channel, then feel free to do so. It's going to be good fun throughout the season. We'll see who comes out on top. It's a good new game, really. But yeah, guys, there's the code. And it is also in the description of this video too. But yeah. Should be a good game. Both teams will expect promotion. Yeah, absolutely. It will be a good game. Both teams like to play on the front foot. Very attack-minded teams. So yeah, it sets up to be a very good game, isn't it? I just love how Michael just talked. Absolutely. I think it's because, though, that we've had managers in the past that have just literally just been so... I don't know what the word I'm looking for here, but, just been so delusional and so, haven't spoke the truth. They've just kind of waffled time and time again, saying the same things. I think it's nice to have a manager that actually speaks how he sees the game. He's very honest. He's got personality about him as well. And yeah, like you say, he comes across very positively. So yeah, no, I agree. I just love the way he speaks. Could listen to him all day. Yes, I am aware that he's been on loan, Joshua, but 3 experiences, you don't know if they've ever been from the bench or if they've not been, but that's still very little experience in men's football, so yeah. But yeah, guys, I don't want to keep over, I'm going to get into my team lineup, so if you do want to get your team lineups in, for the obviously town's perspective, let me know who you would start tomorrow, get them in the chat ready for me to read out. You're more than welcome to get involved again. Let's look. We've read them ones. There's been no nasty surprises. Some of the surprises have been good. There's a lot of noise about the squad. We take people as you find them, as far as I'm concerned. Never's been great from above, and the staff and the players and the fans as well. I'm well aware we've not won a game yet of any note, but it's been really pleasing to appreciate us since I've come in. There's been a bit of soul search from everyone. There's outside influence, outside noise. Ultimately, most of the group were in a team that got relegated. So it's how do you want to react? Do you want to blame everyone else, or do you want to take a little bit of ownership of it? What went wrong? Why did it go wrong? And how do you correct it? So again, look, guys, this is the way he's speaking is so positive, isn't it? He's just up front with you. He's up front with you. And as fans, I think we'll really appreciate that. And he'll never lie to us. He'll always speak the truth. And he doesn't want to find excuses. He wants to find the answers to these questions that he's asking himself. So that's the reality, isn't it? Now, yeah, look, guys, we're going to look at the injuries now because we have got some injury news, of course. Now, Bojan Radulovic, who seems to be made of glass, is now injured once again, which is just incredibly frustrating. Obviously, he didn't go to Austria, and he's took a knock in a behind closed doors friendly last week. He actually scored a 28-minute hat-trick behind closed doors, but unfortunately then he had to go off with a groin injury. And now that's set him back for around 6 weeks. So this just feels like a complete and utter waste of time with this guy. And, I give him the benefit of the doubt of, fresh start. Everyone gets a fresh start in pre-season. He's just gone and got injured again. We know his injury issues when he came in last season as well. So it's just so incredibly annoying. But Duff did obviously actually say a few words about that, and I keep losing my spot, guys, because so obviously Duff's just explaining what happened. He then goes and says, we just can't keep him on the grass. It's a disappointment for him and us. Ollie Turton and Ben Wiles are both available this weekend, which obviously Ollie Turton, we knew Ben Wiles was available because unless he picked up a knocked Vinci in the Sheffield United game. So Ben Wiles will be fine this weekend. And Turton's all right. So that's good to see, isn't it? And also a few more quotes here. Look, you can read this. I don't want to go through it all. But I just love the way he's speaking here, guys, honestly. You'll achieve nothing as an individual in the game. There's 11 on the pitch and they're important ones on a Saturday. But during the week, everyone is just as important as each other. The moment players start making it about them or an issue between me and you or a player against a player, nothing good comes of it. And also that reflected in the relegation last year. I was just trying to knit that together and get to the bottom of it. Yeah, look, he's just speaking facts, isn't he, at the moment? And now, a few more quotes, guys. Obviously, you recognise what we've been through in the last 12 years. Obviously, 10 out of 10 fine relegation. We need to shift the whole mentality of the football club, which, is just music to my ears because that's what we need, a winning mentality, a winning culture at this club. And then he said, now we need to take the responsibility, put our shoulder back and without an arrogance and say, all right, if that's expected of us, we have to deliver. So his way of thinking as well, his attitude towards things, he doesn't want arrogance because we might be one of the biggest teams in the division, but he doesn't want us to be arrogant about it. He wants to just think, you know what, let's get down to business, let's work hard, let's, like you said, let's take responsibility and, and just deliver. We have to deliver, is the message. And then I thought it was interesting how he said he's not a big one for high fives when you win one game of football. The big celebrations are for the end of the season. So I thought, look, the mentality of that is good because I think it's some managers may get carried away with a win, but he's very much focused. Once that game finishes, he's on to the next one, on to the next one again, and on to the next one again. So I like that way of thinking too. Okay, it's good to be happy if you win, but I think he means like over celebrating. That's not really needed, you know. 'Cause like I said, that's for the end of the season when hopefully you have something to show for a very positive season, which we hope we are going to have. And then finally, you obviously talked about transfers, well, didn't you? Obviously, I think kind of yeah. But yeah, no. So that's kind of the quotes from the press conference. Obviously, I didn't want to go too much into it, even though I probably have. But yeah, everybody's putting their team selection, which is fantastic. I will read those out, guys, very soon. But first, let's see what else have people said. Yeah, we already read that actually. Does anybody know if Marshall will feature tomorrow? I mean, will he be on the bench? You know what? I'm not sure. There is regulations where has he been signed before noon today? Because if he hasn't, then what I mean by signed is, I mean like, has he signed on the dotted line and is it all been confirmed? Then once they released it, I think it was. I can't remember what time they released it today, but I think it was this afternoon. It was certainly after 12 o'clock. So it's whether they've done it inside the paperwork in time. Now, to be honest with you, though, my understanding is he hasn't even trained with the first team, so I don't think really. I mean, he could potentially be on the bench, but I don't think he will start the game personally. I think it wouldn't make any sense. He needs to train with the group. He needs to get to know the team. Obviously, to get to know what Duff wants as well. If he hasn't had any minutes on the grass, then I don't really see how that works. So maybe he might not even be on the bench. He might just start. A good opportunity potentially will be in the cup game on Tuesday, maybe. He'll have had one. He'll have had a few minutes. He'll have had a few sessions on the training ground at least then. So let's just see. But I think it's doubtful, to be honest with you, that he will feature. But we'll have to see. Now, guys, I have not forgotten your team lineups. I will read those out, but first I will go through mine, and then we will get to yours. So thank you for your team selections, Aidan and Joseph. I will get to those soon. Now, this is my team, guys, for tomorrow. And I'm going to take the banner off again. Obviously, Nichols in goal here. The 3-5-2. Now, I know the shape is a bit weird on this, but the 3-5-2 is on this app that I use to do the thing. It shows a 3-5-2 like this, but obviously, I don't really know if that's the shape that we're going to be using. But yeah, so obviously Tom Lees, for me, Tom Lees has to be starting. I think he just shades Pearson, and I just think Lees is the one that I think will be the one that. So that was probably the doubt who will start in that final position there. The other two was pretty much picked itself, didn't it? Really, and obviously Hellick in the middle there, of course, great to see him. Start the season, we were fearing the worst, weren't we, at this end of last season? We thought, you know what, we're going to struggle to keep him. I'm not getting carried away just yet, but the fact that he's still in the building and he's starting the season just gives us a little bit of hope. And plus, we're not in any pressure to sell. You know, unless an outrageous offer comes in, Hellick and the likes of Nichols as well, who's been linked away, will be staying at the club, guys, as far as I'm aware. Brodie Spencer, of course, very good and very got a lot of pace about him, and he's a fantastic player to have in that defence for sure. Now, my wing backs, Miller has to start. I think he's been outstanding, so Miller has to start. And Sorensen on the other side, again, two players that have been really good, two new players that have really hit the ground running in pre-season. You showed what they're about. And they can only get better as well. So, yeah, for me, they are our best wing-backs, in my opinion. And then I've chosen Kasumu, Kane, and Evans in the midfield. So, again, two players that have just come in. Well, not just come in, but they've been new guys over the summer. And added to that midfield. The midfield, guys, is so much stronger. I'm sure you all agree now. It's been upgraded massively. And, the creativity that we've been lacking in previous years too. The likes of Evans and Kane, pulling the strings, and even our wing backs, Miller and Sorensen, they will really provide that creativity that we need, and that we've been lacking to feed into the strikers. And also, though, we know that Evans is capable of scoring goals, and Kane can get on the score sheet too. So that it bodes well. Obviously, Kasumu for me just edges it over Hogg. I just think Kasumu just adds a bit more speed and pace. And I just think he's the better option, to be honest with you, in this game, particularly because I do think they've got a lot of quick players at Peterborough, and I think that we need to have somebody that can cope with that. I'm not saying Hogg is very, very slow, but I just don't think he's as quick as Kasumu. So for me, Kasumu goes in there. And then the two up front, I have to go with Koroma and Reece Healey. Now, look, I think I've not been that overly impressed with Koroma. He has done a few good bits in pre-season, to be fair to him. Got a few goals. So maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but I think sometimes he has kind of looked like he's not really an out-and-out striker. It's kind of told at times in pre-season too. But I still think the pace that he's got really will help us. And obviously, I think Healey and Koroma have got quite a nice partnership going on. Over pre-season, I think they've really developed a really nice partnership too. So, that's who I've gone with up front. So, guys, let me know your thoughts on this lineup. But this is my starting 11 for tomorrow's game. Now, let's have a look at your guys' lineup. So, Aiden's gone for a 3-5-2. You've gone for Nichols in goal, Spencer, Hellick, and Lee as the back three. And then you've got Miller in the left wing back position there. Sorensen on the other side, right wing back. So you've gone for Wiles, Kasumu, and Kane. So you've left out Evans, which is interesting. And you've gone for Harrott. You've gone for Harrott and Healer, which is interesting too, because I think Harrott has got quite a bit to prove, hasn't he, to be honest with you, this season. I think, and to be honest with you, when we saw him last season, when the brief appearance that he made, before he had a few off-field issues, which we're not going to get into here, and he did look quite lively when he came off the bench. I can't remember which game it was now, and he scored. Or he did something but anyway, I remember, and I think can he do that on a consistent basis now? And will he be given a chance to do so? It remains to be seen, doesn't it? We'll see. Because I think we'll really get a flavour of who Duff's really fancying in his starting 11 and who he doesn't so much over the next few weeks. It's been very hard to tell in pre-season, hasn't it, really? Because I think sometimes, he has to give everybody a chance, but also he needs to get everybody minutes in the 11 as well. So it's very hard to tell which is his strongest 11. That he thinks is his strongest 11, should I say. So, it will shape up. We'll see. I think tomorrow we'll say a lot about what starting 11s we may see going forward. Of course, it can change. Of course, we have to kind of rotate a little bit as well, because the season is so long with so many games. It's even harder than the Championship, isn't it, League One, in terms of I don't know, I think that is more midweek games in League One. I don't know why, or maybe I'm wrong, but I think there is. It's been a while since we've been in League One, so I wouldn't know, but look, I really like his lineup, Aiden. So, big up to yourself. And, you've got some interesting selections there, but, it's good to have your thoughts. And Joseph's got his in as well. 3-5-2, you've got Nichols in goal. You've got Pearson at the back with Hellick and Spencer as the back three. Sorensen. So you've got Miller and Sorensen in both wing back positions like me. Wiles, Kane, and Evans. Interesting, so you've gone for Wiles as well. So you and Aiden have gone for Wiles starting, which is interesting. Look, he's done very well in pre-season, to be fair. So I get that, but I just think. So who have you've left out? Kasumu, But fair enough. And then you've gone for Evan. You've got Evans in there as well. Healy and Koroma. So you've gone for Healy and Koroma to up top. So look, I like this lineup too. Mind you, I don't really like Pearson in the style lineup, because I just think he's too slow and he gives the ball away more than he completes passes. Yes, okay. People will say he's very good on set pieces in terms of, when we're going forward, but ultimately he needs to be able to cope with the pace of these Peterborough attacking players, and I think he'll struggle. So I'm not so sure that's a good idea. But look, it's your opinion, and I appreciate your contributions there. Now, score predictions for this game, and what kind of game am I expecting? I think the game I'm expecting, really, I've kind of alluded to earlier, is that I think it's going to be two teams that are going to play attack-minded. Now, us being the away team, I think that we're not going to go all out, but I think we're still going to, really be positive, and I think that we're going to take the game to them. I think Peterborough, as the home side, will be looking to, take the game to us and try and just play like they usually do, that attack-minded way. So it's going to be end to end. I think it's going to be end to end is what I'm trying to say here, and it's about who can create the better opportunities and who can finish the chances. Of course, that's not making it like. Obviously, that's common sense, guys. Obviously, I'm not trying to make you guys look stupid here, but you know what I'm saying. I just think it'll come down. But I think it's going to be an end-to-end game. It's going to have a nice flow to it, and it's going to be an exciting game to watch. To be honest with you, I just hope that we can come out on top. Of course, there is a bit of rivalry between the two clubs. Of course, we don't really like Peterborough, do we? And I think for me, there has been a few words exchanged. Their owner is an absolute idiot as well. I think he's been. I think he really was quite negative towards us at one point as well, wasn't he? So he's been a bit rude towards us. So I can't remember, it's been ages since that happened, but yeah, there's a bit of a I don't know what word, but you know what I'm saying. There's a bit of a I don't know. You know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm saying. Like, there's a bit of needle there. Is what I'm trying to say. And for me, I'll never forget Peterborough for when they beat us in the playoff final in League One, when we were back in League One all those years ago, right? And it was at Old Trafford, and it was probably one of my first heartbreaks of being a Town fan, because I was quite young. I remember crying all the way home. So when they beat us, so yeah, it's I don't particularly like Peterborough that much, to be honest with you, and that obviously memory kind of makes me feel even worse about them. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. But score predictions for me, look, I think it's going to be a close game, this. But I've just got a feeling, I don't want to jinx it, guys, but I've just got a feeling that we're going to win this game. And I think it's going to be 2-1 to us. And I'm going to go for a Reece Healy goal and Evans to get on the score sheet. I think Evans might get a second as well. So, yeah, I'm going for 2-1 to us. I think that, but I hope we get a clean sheet. But let's have a look what everybody else is saying. Set piece, though, might be crucial. I understand what you're saying. I absolutely understand. I think Duff touched upon that in his press conference, didn't he, as well, that how he wants to make the most of set pieces this season as well, obviously. And obviously it helps when you've got players that can get on the end of those set pieces, of course. But I'm just looking at the defensive side of things. I'm just a bit doubtful about Pearson's speed and his ability really to cope with the Peterborough threat that he's going to be up against. So, and that's my worry. So, you've gone for a 1-0 Town win. Nice. And you've gone for a Wiles goal. Now, yeah, I mean, look, I won't put it past him after how he's been playing recently. So, yeah, no, that's a nice prediction there. Ian says, I think should give us a chance to notice who's mostly going to stay and who's going to go, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, look, I go back to it. As far as I'm aware, the players will not leave unless there's an outrageous offer. So I think if you're not part of this squad, then you're not buying into what Duff's wanted. And I think that's as simple as that, really, isn't it? But yeah, I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. But there's not enough room for all the players to get in anyway, is there? So that's another problem. So it's one of those. It was when I don't know why it was that. To be honest with you, Joshua, I was a lot younger than that. I can't remember. It was ages ago now. I don't know if Wembley was being used that weekend. I don't know if we had to play at Old Trafford. So yeah, no. So that's why it was at Old Trafford. Wembley must have been used, which is a bit strange, really, isn't it, on the playoff final weekend? But something was there that obviously stops it from being at Wembley. So can't remember though. Here's a prediction: Peterborough 0, Town 2. Healy with the double. I mean, look, if we can provide for Healy, as we already know, he will score goals. So, and the creativity in the midfield now, I feel a lot more positive and optimistic that he can be given the really good service that we need. He needs to score lots of goals. Honestly, I think Healy can easily get 20 plus goals. Maybe this is a bit of a bold step. I think it's easily that Healy will be able to get 20 plus goals this season if he's fit or if he stays fit. I think he's that good, and I think the creativity we now have in midfield just helps the service to the strikers, which obviously they will benefit from. I do think we'll have a lot of chances in this league. We will dominate quite a lot of the games as well. So it gives chances to the strikers, more chances to the strikers. I think Healy is just going to be a goal machine. So yeah, but nice prediction. So yeah, what else is there to say? I'm looking forward to it. I think we've kind of covered it, to be honest with you, what I wanted to say. Now we are going to wrap up in the next 5-10 minutes. So if you've got any questions, feel free to get those in the chat. But I am going to cover. I know I did do a video on this, guys. So guys, if you haven't seen the video, I do go into it for a full 5 minutes about this signing that we made today. See Callum Marshall from West Ham. Here he is. Look. Northern Ireland international. Now he's been very prolific in under 18s and under 21 level for West Ham. Now he's got 18 goals in 14 games in the 23-24 Premier League 2 season for them. I think he's scored like 44 goals in 57 games across under 18, under 20, under 21 level. He's yet to make a mark in senior football. He obviously hasn't had a chance at West Ham, but I mean, obviously, like Joshua said earlier, he did have a bit of a stint at, was it West Brom, did you say? And he didn't really play much there. I mean, I don't know why he only made 3 appearances, and I don't know if he was injured a little bit as well. I just think, look, West Ham believe in him. They think this is the best option for him to come to this club and help his development. League One, you know, be a good luck. And it's going to be interesting to see how he gets. And he's still very young, of course, as well. But I mean, guys, how are you feeling with this one? Because I think for me, I think the way he speaks as well. I think oh my God, I'm dropping the phone here now, guys. No, I think the way he speaks as well. I think he's very driven. He's very highly ambitious. You know, he recognises the expectations here. And he wants to contribute to that. And I just, when I watched his interview that Town released earlier, I felt his passion for the game. I felt he's a very hard worker. You know, the characteristics that we want in a player. We are going for players that are willing to work hard, that want to keep improving, and that want to try and help the team as much as they can. And I think this guy is, it's a big opportunity for him. And I really think he's going to be one that hopefully pays off. He does take the number 7 shirt for us as well. Just I think Healy will outscore Alpha May. I mean, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? I mean, especially when those Birmingham fans are being very mouthy lately. Well, being very mouthy over the summer, haven't they? Very, I've seen a side to Birmingham fans I've never seen before. So, yeah, they need to be humbled a little bit, I think. I think it will be great if Healy can get more. But ultimately, I don't really care about Alfie May. He's not our player. I just want Healy I just believe Healy will be able to get, like I said, 20 plus goals this season. That's just my opinion. What are your thoughts on the Edwards interview? Look, I think it was quite an honest interview. I certainly think he speaks better than Cartwright, and I feel like I can take, even though they're both to blame for last season, I can take Edwards' words I can take them better than Cartwright's, which is probably not saying anything because But I thought it was a very interesting interview. I thought it was a good interview. I thought it was very honest. It seemed honest, and he spoke a lot about things. And obviously, he went into details. He shared as much as he could with us. So I thought it was good. 2-2. Chris has gone for my prediction now. I mean, look, that's a goal fest. Point in the road to begin our campaign. Fair enough. Look, it's certainly going to be an exciting game for the neutral. I'm sure of that. So we'll have to see what happens. But nice. I just researched it, and Wembley was hosting the Champions League final the night before. All right, yeah, there we are. Thank you for that. Yeah, I knew it was obviously being used. Which position do you think needs strengthening before the window closes? For me, I think we need to get a defender. We need another defender for me. I just think we're very lacking at the back at the moment. And I think we do need another defender, especially because we have lost Balka. And obviously he's not going to be available until the new year now. And obviously we need, there's a lot of football to be played between then. So, for me, I think the defender is certainly a priority. I think we're still a little bit short in that midfield area, where, and people may be surprised by me saying that, but I just think that, the likes of Hogg and Kasumu in that position that they deploy, I think the both players are quite injury prone a little bit. I do worry that if both of those don't, to be fair though, we do have Iapenda who could potentially step. I don't want to pressure him in too much, you see. And I think you've got to be really careful with these youngsters. I'm not saying he's not ready, because I think Iapenda has been fantastic for us in previous season. I think he's got a big future ahead of him. But I think you have to manage these players. He's only 19. And yes, okay, age is only a number. But I just think, I don't know, I just don't want him to be thrown into the deep end too soon. I want him to be gradually introduced. But I do believe in Iapenda. I'm not just saying that because he might be watching, because he's a fan of the channel apparently, because he has watched one of my videos. So I'll never stop going on about that, guys. I still can't get over it. But look, for me, if I was in the board, I would look for a defender now. I would look for a defender because I think we are lacking. So that would be my next priority on the list now. Personally. So well guys, we've kind of come to an end of the show, but look, let's see how Callum Marshall does. I think he's a player that he's got a lot of potential, and I think sometimes they just need confidence. You can't really expect somebody to do anything unless they have consistent minutes. And for me, as it stands, he has to come into the side and be a partner alongside Healy. and give him a run in the side and see how he gets on, because I think ultimately we've bought him to start him because we know that we were lacking in the striking area, and Koroma is being deployed as a striker. It could potentially be a good option for the bench, Koroma, couldn't it? And I think maybe Marshall will, be the partner to play alongside Healy this season. So, but yeah, look, let's see what happens. It's nearly time. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I will be going to the game, guys, by the way. So watch out for a little bit of a vlog in my own way. I'm not one of those that vlog the whole game, guys. Everybody knows my vlogs. I don't really work like that. I'll do a little bit of footage outside the stadium, go a bit around the stadium, show you guys around that, and get a bit of content inside the stadium too. But I won't be doing what some vloggers do, like vlogging the whole game. It's just not why I like to kind of watch the game too. So I'll do bits inside the stadium too. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. So that is coming to the channel. Not sure when, to be honest with you. Depends how long the editing takes. But hopefully by tomorrow night, we'll get back to late. I'll probably upload it when I get back in. So probably around 10:30 I get back in. So yeah. But yeah, watch out for that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this first match preview. We are back with the match preview reviews, and we're going to be doing these on a consistent basis. And yeah, it's exciting. I'm really excited to get these back on the channel again. And I'm just excited for the season to start now, as I said. So let's see if we can, get a win tomorrow. That was what we go there to do. And I think that for me, Duff has really implemented that winning culture here, because I think if you've noticed in his press conference as well, just to finish, he talked about building that winning environment, and a winning squad, and he said numerous times he wants to win every game, and I think that's so good to set those standards. You're not going to win every game, of course not, but the fact is we're going to go out to win every game, and we're not going to sit back, and we're not going to be defensive minded. So that's really music to our ears from what we've had to put up with lately, isn't it? So yeah, but guys, if you are going to the game tomorrow, I may see you there. Safe travels to all. Anybody that's watching on the TV, enjoy the game too. And hopefully we can bring a nice, shiny 3 points back home with us, which will really set the tone and really set the positive vibe even more. If we can start with a win, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? So, yeah, make sure you do just smash a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new. And if you're watching this on playback, I know people can't always watch this live. If you watch this on playback, comment your thoughts, what your thoughts ahead of this game, and your predictions for the game as well. Let me know in the comments section. And yeah, just a final reminder, guys, if you have created your EFL fantasy team, then I have created my own league. There is a code B6PM1YOI, and or you can join via the link in the description of the video. The code and the link are in the description. So yeah, at the bottom of the description page. So yeah, it'd be good to get a few more in before tomorrow. Well, you'll need to get. I think it's probably 7 o'clock the deadline, to be fair, for joining the leagues. But I don't know, to be honest with you. Maybe it's just something you see anyway. Guys, thanks everyone for watching. Have a good rest of the evening, what you get up to. And yeah, not long now until we get our campaign underway tomorrow. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, tuning in. Thanks for all your support. And watch out for the vlog tomorrow. And I'll see you for the next live show, whenever that may be. But yeah, take care. Have a good weekend. If I see you around, obviously, if I see you at Peterborough, don't be afraid to say hello. And yeah, I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, everyone. And as always, up the town, Michael Duff's banner. It's going to be a fantastic atmosphere in the away end tomorrow. Nearly sold out practically. We sold out our first allocation, and they've put more tickets on. So yeah, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great to get back on the road. I've missed it. I've missed it so much, and I've missed being part of, the obviously the chanting as well. It's great to have a few town songs to sing. So yeah, no, bring it on. That's what I say. Until next time, guys. See you later. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. And good night, everybody.